Hello, I'm Andy Edelman from Prime Mover Communications, and we've just put together for MTH an all-new MTH product spotlight. Join us as we'll be taking a look at MTH's just released 2021 Premier Line O-Scale GP-9 diesel locomotive. MTH just released 4 different paint schemes of the GP-9, each of which can be purchased at shopprimemover.com or through any MTH authorized retailer who still has them in stock. You'll find the links to purchase in the description below. Electromotive Division's GP, for general purpose, were the brainchild of project engineer Dick Dilworth. In the late 1940s, Dilworth saw that America's 30,000 miles of mainline rail had been virtually dieselized. But the 130,000 miles of secondary lines that carried half of the nation's freight traffic were still largely steam-powered. He viewed that as a huge marketing opportunity. In the Dilworth story, a book published by Electromotive Division in 1954, Dilworth explained how he tried to meet that opportunity. In planning the GP, I had 2 dreams, he said. The first was to make a locomotive so ugly in appearance that no railroad would want it on the main line or anywhere near headquarters, but would keep it out as far as possible in the backcountry, where it could do really useful work. He went on to say, "My second dream was to make it so simple in construction and so devoid of Christmas tree ornaments and other whimsy that the price would be materially below our standard mainline freight locomotives." Of course, Dilworth's explanation conveniently ignored the fact that Alco's arguably uglier RS1 had introduced the road switcher concept 8 years before EMD. And in one sense, Dilworth's project was indeed a failure. Railroads bought Jeeps for mainline service and relegated older power to secondary lines, as they had always done. But his brainchild did become the runaway bestseller among first-generation diesel power. U.S. and Canadian railroads bought nearly 7,000 copies of the 1,500 horsepower GP-7 introduced in 1949 and the 1,750 horsepower GP-9 produced from 1954 through 1963. In those early days of diesel power, experienced engineers loved the Jeep cab because, unlike the new streamliners, it felt like home to them. An engineer in a Jeep running long hood forward sat near the back of the engine, looking out over the power plant, just as he had in a steam engine. Even running short hood forward, the engineer's view was out past the engine's nose, again similar to a steamer. The GP-9 returns to the MTH Premier line with the full range of superb detailing you expect in a Premier locomotive. See-through side insteps and body side grills, and roof fan housings, metal side and end handrails, separate metal grab irons, metal lift rings on its roof panels, windshield wipers, and super detailed Blomberg trucks. The MTH Jeeps also feature authentic first-generation diesel sounds, including a single-chime air horn and the throb of an EMD 16-cylinder Model 567 Prime Mover, so named because each of its cylinders displaced 567 cubic inches. Pick up 2 or more Jeeps and create your own multi-unit lash-up. Lash-ups are easy to create and control using the DCS Digital Command System and the MTH DCS iOS or Android app. If any of these schemes are tickling your fancy, don't miss out, as they're going fast. Visit shopprimemover.com and pick up 1 or 2 today, or see any MTH authorized retailer before they're all gone. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.